The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Just the first quarter of a tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. The Bears at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll give this to Akers running right. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Evans in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Evans, the man in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Out of the gun, Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's George. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. They've got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Kingsley Enagbare finding a way in to bring him down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
He's got a man, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to checking down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fields on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now here's Pollard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is indeed good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Mike Evans, as time expires in the first half. And the Cards get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 11. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Back to throw now on first down. He completes it to Evans. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
Fields now to throw.
Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He finds his man complete. It's George. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pollard going to try the right side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kingsley Enagbare. And the Cardinals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And now here is another interception.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 70 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And able to work his way down to the 16. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's George. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Cards are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the 1st down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Evans in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll run left with Pollard. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's George. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So this one in the win.